Hello and welcome back to our Element series. My name is Welke, and today I am very excited to take you through the short-term presentation that we have. If you're new to these presentations and you don't have a copy of the How Money Works book, please reach out to me and I will be more than happy to get you out a book today. Also, if you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out after, and I would love to have a deeper conversation with you. So we'll go ahead and get started with today's presentation.
More than 5 billion people around the world continue to struggle with money and financial illiteracy.
It's Madison Avenue manipulation, right? It's been going on for years and we buy into it.
How bad is financial illiteracy?
It's not taught in schools, so people don't know this naturally.
You're right.
So you grow up not knowing anything about it. You make a lot of mistakes along the way, and we're hoping to educate them and teach them how money really works so they can learn the cause and effect of all this.
And it doesn't have to be generational.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly right.
Break that cycle.
Once you understand the basics of financial literacy, it changes your life.
The secret is financial literacy. I mean, teaching your kids how money works. I think it's really understanding how money works. Once they understand the basics of how money works, they shouldn't have to struggle for very long.
Steve Siebold and Tom Matthews are the authors of How Money Works. Stop being a sucker.
Money means possibility. It means opportunity. It means freedom. Things you've always wanted to do, dreams that you have. Money makes it possible.
You know, of all the interviews we've had in the last 6 weeks, I'm actually most encouraged by that one.
So it's great to have you with me today. Again, my name is Beck Welk, and I will be your financial educator for the next half an hour or so. I would like to welcome you to the How Money Works Elements educational series taught today on Zoom. The course is based on the groundbreaking book, How Money Works, Stop Being a Sucker, now with over 500,000 copies in print. How Money Works is the first financial education book that anyone at any age can enjoy and benefit from the age of 10 all the way up to the age of 100. And speaking of the number 100, the book has now been featured on over 100 prominent TV shows, including CNBC, CBS, ABC, and Fox. The How Money Works book has also received a rare endorsement from the Heartland Institute of Financial Education, and it's been reviewed and referenced all over the web, including the popular online financial publication Make It by CNBC. You can also follow How Money Works on Instagram for practical tips and helpful resources. If you haven't received a copy of the book, please let me know when we finish and I'll be sure to get you a book today. So our class today is titled Short Term. It's the fourth of 5 elements. Once you complete all 5 elements, you'll earn a certificate of completion signed by the authors of the book and myself. Also, students who attend at least one of these elements classes can take advantage of a free 30-minute consultation with one of our How Money Works experts. They're trained to help you chart a course to financial independence using our 7 money milestones methodology. So this element is all about what to do right now to get your financial house in order so you can enjoy more peace and confidence in the present, and so you can start positioning yourself to build wealth for the future. So let's get into it. We're picking back up with the 7 money milestones, starting with milestone number 3, creating your emergency fund. We recommend you save at least 3 to 6 months of your annual income to prepare for any unexpected expenses like unforeseen medical bills, home appliance repairs or replacement, and hassles like major car fixes. And don't forget, costliest of all, possible unemployment. If you're currently living paycheck to paycheck, like many people are today, your emergency fund could be the insulation that separates you from financial disaster if something happens. Check out these sample annual incomes and how much you'll need to fit our 3 to 6 month income guideline. There are 2 rules for an emergency fund. Rule number 1, your emergency fund is only for unexpected emergencies. That's all. It's not for gifts, getaways, or buy one, get one sales. And it doesn't matter if it sits in your checking, savings, or a separate account, as long as you're not tempted to use it for anything but a real emergency. Rule number 2, if you need to use your emergency fund to fix a car, replace the fridge, or pay for braces, don't hesitate to use this money. That's what it's for. Just make sure that afterwards you add back a little money each month until your emergency fund is full again. Once you've worked with your financial professional to square away your proper protection and emergency fund, it's time to talk about managing your debt, which is milestone number 4. Before you can fully enjoy financial security and independence, you'll need to look at how your spending habits and strive to reduce and eventually eliminate your debt. We hate to say this, but in our culture, debt is a sweeping crisis perpetuated by a society of suckers led astray by the instant gratification desires of their generation. That's a mouthful, but it's true. There's no shame in admitting you struggle with debt, as it's one of the most common threats to having a sound financial future. But it's something we have to face, and it's best faced head on with the support of your financial professional. The average American today has $28,900 in personal debt. This doesn't include mortgages and many more things. And don't forget, over half of Americans suffer from some kind of anxiety relating to debt. When debt is removed, we can enjoy life more fully and more freely. Things have been hard with everything that has gone on in the past year. So here are the 5 tips to eliminate and stay out of debt. Know what you owe, no more late payments, target one debt at a time, stop charging and cancel unused subscriptions, and consider refinancing your mortgage. Let's dig into each tip, starting with know what you owe. We suggest you make a list of all of your credit cards, debts, and loans. It may sound tedious, but you'll feel so much better when you have your arms around these numbers and information. For each debt, write down your numbers and dates. Then, once a year, pull your credit report from one of the free online services. Make sure it's accurate and up to date. By law, every American has the right to a free credit report every 12 months. Just go to annualcreditreport.com to get yours. Check the websites of the top credit reporting agencies for pointers to improve your score and report errors. Look for the word dispute. Paying after the due date hurts your credit score and can accrue late fees. A good credit score can open opportunities to get lower interest rates on loans like mortgages. So there are 2 tips to paying on time. You should set up your automatic payments, or you should consider setting alarms on your cell phone. Whatever it takes to make sure you're never late. If you have balances on multiple credit cards, pay down the total balance one card at a time. You should pay off the smallest balance or the highest interest rate first, whichever you choose. You should pay more than the minimum payment and as much as possible within your budget. Here, you could start with card 1, which has the lowest balance by far, even though it has a higher interest rate than card 3. Then you could zero out card 2, which has a similar balance to card 3, but a significantly higher interest rate. This is why writing down debt information is such an important step, and making these decisions will help you build momentum as you steadily eliminate each one at a time. As you pay off each debt, you're freeing up income, but don't spend it on eating out or new shoes. Use it to create debt elimination momentum by adding the money you were paying on all previous credit cards to your payment on the next one. This will increase the speed at which you're paying off debt and hopefully your excitement. Repeat this process until you're credit card debt free. Your goal is to have zero balances, but remember, don't close these credit card accounts. It's generally better to keep paid off accounts open from a credit score standpoint. Many people stop charging things and stay out of credit card debt faster by stashing their cards in a safe place. Another way to stay out of credit card debt is to use check cards and mobile pay that pulls from the balance of your checking account. Also, consider canceling digital subscriptions like online video streaming services that you don't use much and put that money toward your debt payments. So one way to lower your monthly mortgage payment is to consider refinancing. This can help you free up cash to accelerate your debt payoff. By paying on time, correcting credit report errors, and reducing debt, your credit score should improve, and in time, you may qualify for a more favorable interest rate or type of loan on your home. Increasing your cash flow is milestone number 5. While the suckers gripe about how tight things are, the wealthy are plotting how to free up more cash flow. This means seeking out ways to earn additional income and better managing their expenses. Let's investigate how to do this. Cash flow is the money you have available to spend or to save. After you've established proper protection, your emergency fund, and focused on debt management, you're ready to zero in on growing your income. More income can accelerate everything you and your financial professional are working towards. You may feel like George, plumb stuck with your budget and finances, but after learning about the many options and ideas out there, almost everyone can find a way to get unstuck and create more cash flow. Let's look at ways to get you unstuck by finding your fire in the hole chili opportunities. Here are a few things you can do to increase your cash flow. Create and stick to a budget, develop a written game plan, reduce spending on expenses like car and home insurance, reposition your savings, drop private mortgage insurance or PMI on your mortgage if you qualify. Always remember, your financial professional can help guide you through these ideas and more. There are 3 big moves to supercharge your cash flow. You can add a side gig. Earning additional income is almost always a quicker way to reach your financial goals than just trying to spend less. A recent survey found that 45% of US workers have a side gig earning an average of $1,122 per month. Maybe it's time for you to get in on the action. Or maybe start a business low cost. There are so many business opportunities out there. As Steve Siebold says, find a problem people have and solve it. By becoming an entrepreneur part-time, you could leverage time outside of your day job. And as your income increases, a moment could soon come when you can transition away from being an employee to a full-time entrepreneur with even more control of your cash flow. Don't forget, you can adjust your W-2 allowances, and some people celebrate receiving a big tax refund each year. If this is you, consider this. By adjusting your W-2 allowances, more of your cash could be in your paycheck all year long instead of with the IRS. But please consult your tax professional before making any changes. So how impactful to your life and income can it be to start a business? And in terms of creating an income for retirement, how does it compare with growing your savings? The wealth equivalency provides a startling perspective and argument for the importance of creating cash flow by becoming an entrepreneur. So here's how the wealth equivalency works. How much would you have to place into an account that earns a 5% annual return to equal the earning power of owning a business. If you earn just $1,000 per month in your own business, that's equal to having $240,000 in a 5% account. Of course, where can you find 5% these days? Not in the average bank account. Those average 0.09%, which is not even 1%. In an average bank account, you need $1.3 million to pay you the same as what a business pays you that $1,000 per month receives today. Which is more likely to happen first? You keep doing what you're doing today and earn enough for long enough to save $240,000 to $1.3 million. Or you learn a business that helps you create $1,000 of monthly income. That's one of the best examples I've seen of how money really works. But what if you build your business income up to $5,000 per month? You would need to have $1.2 million in a 5% interest-bearing account to equal the monthly income from your business. You see how that changes the math? That's why you can't become a successful business owner long-term without a basic knowledge of money, like we're showing you now. As your business continues to grow, it becomes even more obvious that most people could never save enough to come anywhere close to the earning power of building a business. This is the principle I want you to focus on as you consider exploring the future with me as a How Money Works educator. In addition to teaching people how money works, we teach people how entrepreneurship works so they can really apply this knowledge to building a business that earns far beyond the amount their savings could earn. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your money and income. So our mission is to teach 20 million families how money works within the next decade. We're going to stamp out financial illiteracy in every community, and that is a huge undertaking and one that will require an army of thousands of How Money Works educators. We're looking for people to help us teach these classes. That's where you or somebody you know can come in. Where at the end of today's elements class, think about which concept resonated with you the most. That's why we started on this mission of eradicating financial illiteracy. This is how you start to take control of your finances, and we call it the money discovery. Part of attending this course is we can help you if you don't have a financial professional yet. This works like driving directions on your cell phone. 2 points of reference are all you need: where you are and where you want to go. The same is true to chart the course of your financial roadmap. The How Money Works money discovery in that book can help you take care of that. Our How Money Works experts are available to sit down with you now that you've attended one of our elements classes. The question is, how do these concepts work with your financials and your personal numbers? And how much faster will you be able to complete the 7 money milestones when you have an expert guiding you? Your discussion will be private, short, and focused exclusively on your financial goals. If you are interested, our experts can crunch your numbers, make recommendations, and give you access to the best products and services available. If you're interested, please text me right after this class, and let's start putting your money to work today. If you have liked what you have learned today and would like to know more, you can follow How Money Works on Instagram at HowMoneyWorksOfficial. And here they have more practical tips and helpful resources. We'll see you next time. Well, I hope you all enjoyed today's presentation. I thoroughly enjoyed getting to share this presentation with you. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, and I would love to have a deeper conversation. As well as if you don't have a copy of the book yet, please let me know and I'll get you sent one today. Thanks and enjoy your day.